Welcome back to the University of Huddersfield. It's been 10 years since you graduated. How does it feel to be back here on campus?
Thank you firstly for welcoming me back on campus. I always say this, and it's not a cliche and it's not me being cheesy, but campus is my happy place, so I'm very happy to be back here today.
So it's a significant year for you, not only as the 50th and youngest Mayor of Kirklees, but as the first Muslim woman to become the district's first citizen. Back in 2014, you were also the first female Muslim president of our Students' Union. How did that role prepare you for your subsequent career?
Goodness me, I'd say it really did set the foundations. Everything that I learned in my time, not just here as an undergraduate, but in particular in office as Vice President for Welfare and Equalities and then President of the SU, it was certainly the foundations for me to be able to then build on in terms of my career to get me to where I am today. So yeah, significant. It played a significant role.
What are your memories of your year in office?
Oh, goodness me. So my year in office, so we were over in the old SU building, which I understand is now a lecture theatre, and it was that transition from one old, maybe not fit for purpose building because student life and experience had started to change a lot, and we moved into Student Central. It was fantastic because we worked very closely with the university. Because when we were in the old SU building, it was just the SU building and it was just us on our own. But I think one of the main things as Student Union President was the relationship with the university, and in particular with everyone up here and on level 7. So being closer to level 7 was obviously one of the biggest sort of elements of the move, to show that actually we're working collaboratively for our student population. So that transition, I remember it was a very positive experience, and you'll see from the photographs that you've picked out from the archives. Myself as Student Union President, I was involved right from the start. So when it was just a shell and a construction site, Bob and obviously the team would make sure that I had just as much input into what the new SU was going to look like, and Student Central, because it was going to be centred around the library, and a lot of the student facilities were going to be in and around the vicinity of the SU building. So I had a lot of input, which was obviously appreciated, and it was great that we were able to influence the building as much as possible.
As an inspirational alumna, if you could give one piece of advice to our current cohort of students, what would that be?
Well, I've been at a year 10 graduation ceremony this morning, and they asked me a similar question, and my answer to it was, if you've got passion for something and that you've got the fire in your belly for it, don't put out that fire, fuel it, and you'll be able to do great things with that passion. I always had a passion for making change in my local community, and I just kept fueling that passion, keep fueling that fire, and I promise you, you'll make something of it and great things will happen.